Hello, my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This reading is focused on the Divine Masculine. Let's take a look and see what your Divine Masculine is thinking about you. So this is for my Divine Feminines watching for a masculine that more than likely you are either in separation or you guys are going through some challenges at this point in time. General, as always, please keep that in mind throughout this reading and take from it what makes sense, release what does not. So let's start with this Fire and Ice Lenormand deck. This is by Angelic Revelation 144. All right, water signs, and of course this could be for cross watchers as well. Let's take a look and see what your Divine Masculine thinks about you and the connection. Letter, thoughtful, contemplative communication. So they're thinking about possibly reaching out to you to communicate, either maybe on social media, either a text or sending you an actual letter through the mail. Could be a phone call. We do have the moon coming through here. Love, romance, intuition, psychic abilities, imagination, creativity, admiration, and achievement. So I really feel here, my water signs, my divine feminines, that your masculine, they're definitely still thinking about you. Maybe whenever they see a full moon or just looking up at the moon, there's some memories that come up for them. They still have so much admiration for you. And maybe they're just tapped into their psychic abilities, if that's something that your masculine is very gifted in, trusting their intuition when it comes to this connection. Look at this next card. Look at this. We've got another letter, but this is coming through with a very feminine energy. So maybe you guys are both thinking about reaching out to one another. Thoughtful, passionate, loving communication. You know, look at these energies. That's so cool. Masculine, feminine. You're both perhaps thinking about writing each other a letter, reaching out on social media, texting one another, or even calling. You're both on the same page. Let's clarify that, okay? So I'll go ahead and pull from the Sacred Secrets of the Heart Tarot. This is by Jennifer, Aquarius Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please. So 2 letter cards popping up from the same deck. Just varying degrees of energy, masculine and feminine. So maybe intuitively you're both picking up off of each other's energies. So why are you guys at a distance? Why is there this need for communication? Because if you guys were together, you're obviously together and talking and communicating. We've got this Knight of Pentacles coming in. For some of you, maybe your masculine could be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. So the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow-moving energy, okay? So maybe when it comes to the masculine, they've literally sat down, either put together a letter, an email, a text, thinking about what they're going to say, but it's very slow-moving. So maybe they doubt themselves, or they're hesitating, or they're allowing their fears to get in the way of communicating. And then we've got this 5 of Cups, somebody here that has a lot of regret and feeling very lonesome. Of course, we're focused on your masculine here. So they have a lot of regret perhaps over how things are between the two of you right now. They're missing you. They're thinking of you right now. What they're wanting here is that new beginning, that fresh start for the two of you. They dream about you. Very much focused on you, and they know that in order to create movement here, for you guys to come towards each other, maybe it falls on their shoulders to be able to open up lines of communication. But you are being given, or your masculine is being given, the opportunity for a new beginning with you, Divine Feminine. So let's add to this. Let's go ahead and grab some additional cards. I'm going to pull from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck here. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What else do we need to know here? When it comes to your Divine Masculine, what your Divine Masculine thinks about you and the connection. We do have this someday. Okay, so this could be for some of you guys who had a very painful ending, and clearly there is still healing that needs to happen here. So there's this reference to someday as to possibly healing and being able to find your way back to each other. But there's also somebody here who is perhaps feeling a little bit apprehensive. It could be you, Divine Feminine, especially if it is your masculine that ended up hurting you, which I feel for some of you guys that could certainly be the case. So the message here says, you only see the part of me that I let you see, the tough exterior, the poker face, no sign of the hurt that you put me through. I'm never going to let you see how fragile I still am on the inside, that there's still a part of me working on healing and my personal growth. I'll be okay without you eventually. So maybe when you guys first parted ways, this could have been how you felt, Divine Feminine, and maybe this is your masculine's way of acknowledging that, especially if you guys still follow each other on social media, for example, or if you guys have mutual friends and maybe it's just traveling through the grapevine and they're hearing about how you're doing. And maybe you're trying to really work on your growth and your own healing at this point in time. They're also letting you know here that they're very grateful, despite everything that's happened between the two of you. They're still very grateful to have connected with you in this lifetime. The card does say a message to thank the universe that it did good, bringing us together in this lifetime. And then we have lessons coming through as well. So that lessons card says sometimes love puts you where you need to be. Sometimes it derails you and saves you from what you thought you wanted, because there's someone better, taking you down broken roads, teaching you lessons that need to be learned. And sometimes it brings you back to the beginning, that first love, because that is where you belong after all. If you relate to the whole reference of being this masculine's first love, this is one of those situations where it comes full circle. You know, you had to experience life away from one another, learn your own individual lessons, and the universe, life has or will be able to find a way for you guys to come back into union. So let's clarify that with some tarot. I'm going to pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What your divine masculine is thinking about you is that they're very grateful that you guys even met, that you guys even connected. And they're telling you here that they're working on learning these lessons if they haven't already, and acknowledging the pain that they put you through, and recognizing perhaps that at this point in time you're still working on yourself, that you're still healing. They have to work on that for themselves too. What else do we need to know here? Yeah, look at this. Three of Swords. It's heartbreak. It's sorrow. For some of you guys, there could have been a love triangle situation here. Okay? And so that could also be part of the reason why your masculine has a lot of regrets. You know, feeling quite sad and lonely without you. And for my feminines that relate to that, this could be your heart still healing. Maybe you're just not ready. But your masculine definitely wanting to manifest something with you, a stronger foundation. And maybe they've worked very hard to be able to establish themselves, maybe in their career, to be able to come towards you in a much better light. We do have the Justice card here. So there really is this need for balancing the scales between the two of you, and the need to come towards each other with open and honest communication. And maybe your masculine has finally had some clarity over how things played out between the two of you, why it happened the way it happened, and their role and why things played out the way it did. Facing the truth of the matter. And then we've got the Star card right here. Okay, so there's still hope to revive this partnership. There is the opportunity for a wish to manifest itself still. So I don't think it's over between you and your masculine, divine feminine. It might not happen right away, but there's the opportunity to give it a second chance. Okay, so let's wrap it up with some dialogue from the masculine. I'm going to pull from the Twin Flame Love deck. This is by a creator named Kim Montalto. So let's go ahead and see. Where is your masculine? In their heart space, in their thoughts. So some words from your masculine here. For water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We do have this narcissistic, okay, narcissistic traits are coming through. So if you have been dealing with a narcissistic masculine, they're recognizing that here, that that's how they could have been with you. And maybe this is something that they're working through. They are contacting you real soon. Okay. So there is communication that is forthcoming from your divine masculine here. They are full of guilt over how they've been with you. Part of that narcissistic vibe as well. And they're coming through here letting you know, divine feminine, that they love you. Okay? And if you still love them and are at least in a position to find forgiveness in your heart for how they treated you before and how things played out in a partnership, if you're open to second chances and wanting a reunion with your masculine, they're clearly wanting that. They will reach out to you. Some form of communication here. And they still love you. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave this one, water signs, and hopefully whatever part of this made sense for you helps you have a better understanding of where your masculine is at right now. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.